It's HBR, All Things Considered. I'm Dave Lawrence, and thank you so much for joining us today. We are really fortunate. We got a talented entertainer who is tonight and tomorrow at the Blue Note, where Bruce Coburn, our guest from yesterday, does the early show, and then this funny cat is doing the late show at 10. Plus, he is at the Mac on Sunday night for a 7:30 show for Valley Isle folks. From his own NBC sitcom Marlon, or classics like the Wayans brothers, In Living Color, films like Requiem for a Dream, or Scary Movie, or his wokish stand-up special on Netflix now, we are so grateful to add guest on HBR's ATC to that list as we welcome Marlon Wayans to the show. Aloha and mahalo, Marlon. Thanks for doing this.
Hey, mahalo, man, and aloha, and damn, I did a lot of stuff. You was listing all the things. I said, damn, I did all that.
You've been
I'm
doing a
kind of
lot.
famous.
You've been doing a whole
Yeah,
lot.
man.
And how long you been coming to the
My brother
islands?
said.
What's that?
My brother said My brother said I worked so hard that if I was a slave, they would have gave me a raise.
Which brother said that?
Damon, he's an idiot.
And you just are like blessed with brothers too. I mean, very few people I know have as many siblings as you do in your life. And when I think about you and playing, have you gigged out here before? What's your history with Hawaii?
I've done gigs there before. I've worked. I think I played the theater at the back before with my brother Sean, and I did a different venue in Honolulu. But I love Hawaii. I vacation there. It's a great place. Mama's Fish House is delicious. I'm looking forward to spending some time in Honolulu, though.
That's cool.
I may actually go hiking. But I'm afraid I'm gonna get lost.
Bring somebody with you. That's a very popular thing here, and it sounds like you've been coming for a while. And are you based now because of the way you're living these days with the Hollywood and so forth? You based in L.A., I'm assuming, yeah.
Based in L.A., but my heart is always in New York, and I love vacationing in Hawaii.
I can imagine. I know your heart is in New York, and after the high school you went to, I can't imagine that it wouldn't be. So when I think of these crazy shows that we're so lucky you're coming to town. And how much of the stand-up routine draws from your Netflix wokish stand-up special?
Yeah, this one is different. This is brand new material than Wokish. Wokish material was more pop culture and more like political. And, I talked about a lot of hot button topics, but this time, this set is much more personal. It's talking about, my life, family, my kids, just, and still have my edgy type of humor, but, just allow myself to speak freely about myself and hope it connects with people.
That's really happening, and I mean, you've had such an amazing.
Basically, I'm gonna talk trash about my brothers.
And you got enough of them to talk about, man. And when I think about your brothers, where does Keenan Ivory fall in terms of being like a critical role model as a kid? Or how about Damon? I always wonder like how that worked out as an effect as you were a child.
I was raised by legends. Keenan taught me that I could pursue my dreams, and if I work hard enough, that I can make my dreams a reality. But I have to work toward my dreams. Damon used to take me on the road with him, and he taught me how to do stand-up and, what hard work it takes. Sean is always my partner, and, we worked hand in hand and kind of bettered each other and challenged each other. And, so I've been real lucky. My sister Kim, she's just always an inspiration. So, if I fail, it's not their fault. I would just, if I ever fail, I'm just not talented. If that's the case, because I have no excuses. I have every secret to make it. So I'm just applying it now.
And that's a great way of putting it too. Being the youngest of 10 siblings, you really did get every secret kind of exposed to you. When was it though that you found yourself, if you can, Marlon, like realizing you had a gift? Because not everybody can get a gift, even if you have like a talented musician or comedian or actor, father or brother or any kind of mentor, doesn't mean it's going to work out for you. When did you first realize you could make people laugh?
It was in elementary school, probably like the first grade, when I cracked my first joke and figured out, wow, I was funny. And I got detention because I kept making the class laugh. And then my teacher told me that he had every one of my brothers and sisters, and they too sat in that very seat that I was sitting in. And I was like, oh, wow, you talking about the famous ones? And he was like, yeah, them too. And I was like, oh, well, I'm on to something. So when I went to school, I just wanted to use the students as an audience.
Right.
Yeah, I was listening to English and math and all that stuff, but to me, I just want to make people laugh. And one day I got sick, and I was out for a week with the mumps. And when I came back, I got a standing ovation. And I was like, wow. Because I was always the class clown, making people laugh, and
Right.
it made people want to go to school because you didn't know what I was going to say,
Right.
or what I was going to get kicked out of class for. So I think that's when I realized I had a gift, and I think when I realized I wanted to be famous and be an actor, I had just did Peter Pan, and I played Peter Pan in a play, and I remember getting a standing ovation from the crowd, and I was like, wow, this is what I want to do with my life.
You are, I think it was Al Di Meola, guitar player we had on not that long ago. He also went to the high school you went to. It's like one of these high schools that is probably one of the most prestigious high schools in the world for anybody to go to. Explain how your dreams led to that happening, and just really share a little bit of insight for the rest of us what it was like to go to that.
I mean, for me, it was a blessing to go to school every day, and we had to take math and English and all that other stuff and science, but that wasn't the focus. The focus was acting. So I got to study acting for 4 years and learn the science and the art of acting. And I applied that acting to my stand-up, which I've been practicing my whole life, comedy. And, I just learned the discipline. And I think that, the more you practice something, the better you get. And I'm preparing for the next level of my career. I've been a star a long time. I'm looking for international superstardom. And I think at this point in my life, I'm ready for it.
And it's LaGuardia High School for the Performing. What's the full name of it?
LaGuardia High School of the Music Music and Performing Arts.
Incredible! What a
and like I said, I want to be one of the a huge superstar, like a megastar. Like think about I want to be able to do like comedy, action, everything. I want to be like The Rock, but not as buff, like the Pebble, like a skinny version of The Rock.
And so growing up in New York, I got to imagine that long before he was the president, that you'd either cross paths with Trump or form some kind of opinion of him. And so whether it's the Putin thing that just happened Monday, to the Russia investigation, his rough handling of our allies while he cozies up to dictators, his feud with sports players, I could go on for the rest of the day. What on earth is going on right now, and how do you interpret it?
I never really ran up against him. I never liked him. And here's the thing. I just never liked his hair. So I didn't trust him. And I knew, and this is really shallow, but I knew if somebody with that hair was going to be in office, bad things was going to happen. And I was right. Never trust a grown man with bad hair like that. Take your ass behind the supercuts and get it right and look at least presidential. But I don't agree with him morally. How about this? I didn't vote for him.
Right.
Somebody did, but I'm just doing the countdown. We got 2 years left, brother.
Right. Now let's
2 years, 3 months, 7 days, 13 hours, and 16 minutes.
Fingers and toes crossed. That's all I can say, man. And, I was looking at your bio. You were a lot of really interesting things have happened to you with a life that you've had, a family like you have. You were tight with Tupac, huh? Were you there at the Grammys in 1996 when he got to introduce the just reformed Original Kiss in makeup and costume?
No, I wasn't there for that, but I knew Pac very well. We did Above the Rim together. And we were really close friends. And what people don't know about Pac is he was a really, really funny guy. As much as he was a thug and a gangster or whatever, he was more funny and intelligent than he was gangster.
A whole side that you're saying people didn't realize about him.
Absolutely. I think if Pac was still alive, Trump would have never made it to presidency.
Interesting. And when you talk about that deeper side that people don't often realize is there, and that's a great lead into something I was so curious about with you, thinking about your family, where are you on spirituality, and how much are you involved in any religious or spiritual activities today?
Well, my dad is a Jehovah's Witness, so we was raised as Jehovah's Witnesses. My mom's a Baptist. She was like, "Look, I love God, but I like Christmas." So we were always raised with a very strong spiritual background. Me personally, I definitely believe in God. I pray. I believe that everything great happens because there's a higher purpose that we serve, and that you get all your strength from God. People ask where I get my jokes from. I tell them sometimes inspiration. I feel like God is whispering to me. I'm just in the moment, and we all have a gift that He gave us, and we should all use that gift to better this world and help this planet. Because right now the planet is bleeding. That's why you have the volcanoes going on and the floods and all these things that's happening. I truly believe that the earth is bleeding, and we all need to become aware and do our part to help heal this planet the best way we can. And my contribution is laughs, smiles, and jokes. And I may not change your life, but I hope to change your mood.
That's a great outlook. I can't think of a better way to leave it, except perhaps if you give us an update on your.
Now, with that said, I'm probably going to hell. But the thing about it is, all my friends are going to be there. But yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're funny. As a final note, if you can, as if that wasn't a good final note, give us a little update on your NBC show, Marlon, and what's the story with that. Just wrap the second season. What's next?
Just wrapped the second season. We're waiting to see if there's a third season. If not, right now I'm pretty much a free agent. So I'm looking to I'm looking to do a LeBron type deal somewhere. So that sense of humor in that show, it was a gift to do that show, and I love doing it. I love coming to work every day and making people laugh, and people love the show. If you haven't seen it, go to Netflix and binge watch season 1. You go watch the NBC app or Hulu and watch season 2. It's a really funny show, and I'm very proud of it. If I wasn't, I would have named it Sean instead of Mom. So, or Keenan. But the thing is, I'm very proud of the show. It was an awesome experience. Hope I get picked up for season 3, but if not, I'm looking forward to doing a bunch of other stuff. I got a movie I'm about to film with Netflix. It's called Sex Tuplets, and I played 7 different characters in the movie.
Wow.
It's a really funny movie, a makeup movie, and I'm looking to knock this one out the park.
It's Marlon Wayans, and so thrilled to have him on the show. He is tonight and tomorrow, 10 p.m. shows. He's Sunday at the Max, 7:30 show, and just a real thrill having you on All Things Considered with us. Hope you had fun today. I really do appreciate it.
Hey, thanks a lot, man. Great talking to you.
Thank you, brother. Aloha, it's Marlon Wayans, and I'm finally getting to say these magic words. We are cruising with my friend, my buddy, my pal, mi amigo, Dave Lawrence. Peace. Thank you, brother.